Welcome to Golf in the Cosmos, where physics meets the fairway and the universe takes a swing at your mind. I'm Kevin. How we doing? We got Andrew. What's up?
Yo, how's it going, everyone?
We got Miller.
Hey, how we doing? I hope everyone cashed out on Sunday. Nice to be back.
Yes, sir. And then we got Kcon. What's up, bud?
Hey, how we doing, everyone?
Hey. Guys, the players was pretty crazy, that back nine, I must say. I mean, Oberg had quite the lead.
What a meltdown.
Quite the lead going into that. I think we got to give it to Miller here for the Cam Young call. Tell us what happened there.
No, so I mean, look, we played together. You know, we were talking, and Connors, you had Oberg as well as Gil, and you know, I had Cam Young, and I needed that to happen. So
I know I was already counting the win for Aberg.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a lock. But I thought no matter what, because I picked Cam, that I would cash out, get like half the money or something. Like I figured like I was or a third depending on like the cal sheet. But yeah, I mean, when I don't know what hole was it, like the turn, like I want to say it was like 9, 10, or 7 through 12. Like there were the 2 out of bounds, or sorry, not out of bounds, like hazard shots that hook off
water.
the tee, Andrew, just like yours when you went
Same
for the water.
story, dude.
No, but I mean, like, look, like Cam Young, it was on the cusp. It was only a matter of time. A beautiful finish. I mean, like he had the cold blood in his veins, and I thought Oberg had that too. I mean, it was a crazy.
Well, look, I'll say that
finish.
the pairing, I thought it kind of sucked for Oberg. Like Thorn Bjornsson got like a double or a triple or something early on. He got like a really high number. So like it was like he's out of it. They stopped showing him on TV all of a sudden. I'm like, okay, well there goes that. You know, I took Thorn Bjornsson thinking, oh, that pays well. You know, and I was like, okay, but say goodbye to that one. There wasn't, there's not even a chance to sell it because it was like he's done. He's not going to win. But so his playing partner is blowing it, and so it almost was like a ticking time bomb. You know, in hindsight.
And to your point, it was Young and Fitzpatrick having this battle.
They feed off each other. It's like who's going to win?
Yeah. Totally.
Well, Fitzpatrick took the lead into like 16 or in the final, and then they came down to 17. Fitzpatrick minus 13.
My gosh, this is
Young
great.
minus 12, and then I'm watching that shot like.
Yeah,
I see Fitzpatrick hit kind of left side, and he's
like
going to
safe
no matter what. Yeah, but then. I mean, Cam Young goes for it, and then he makes the putt. Like it was then crazy. The switch of the momentum, and then 18. Like I felt like I was going to win.
18.
I was like, Cam Young's going to win, and then that drive, I think it was 372 yards, record shot on the hole.
Yeah, it was the longest drive of the tournament. Yeah, on that hole.
And then you see Fitz go over the right. I'm like, it's done. And then I thought there was a chance Fitzpatrick made that putt, but. No. I kind of knew then that I was going to win.
Well, once he's laying up, it's like this is not looking good for Fitzpatrick. You know, when he was laying up, now he's on 3 chipping. It's like, okay, this is a problem. But I really think Cam Young won it on 17. The birdie 17, and then also that gave him honors. Yes. And then the whole crowd is yelling USA, USA.
Wow.
It became this cultural USA versus, it became like a Ryder Cup.
It always happens,
Yeah. And then I noticed after he hit his drive, the crowd starts walking. The whole crowd is like, we're going to go walk to Cam's ball now. Fitzpatrick's sitting there teeing up like, I'm fucked. Like they're literally not staying still. There was no control. How can the volunteers control a crowd after something like that? Right.
2 days prior, if you caught it, it was actually really cool. They brought on Brian Rolap, who's the CEO of the PGA, who took over for Jay Monahan and his issues. But he came on in an interview at I think the end of day 2. He explained that they were going to allow the fans to follow the players with a controlled environment. That's why that went down.
So who had honors matter?
They allow it in that way, right? The whole point was making the players like this top tier tournament that sits within the major class. Mm-hmm. But he said it on was Thursday or Friday.
I saw
that they were going to allow for this unique follow the players through the green on 18. And
I
then
love that when they have it
sick.
where it's like the final hole that's like a full crowd behind,
Wow.
just encircling the whole hole. You know, it's like you can't see the fairway. It's just a full stadium.
I mean, you know it, Kevin. You've experienced it, you know.
No, they didn't do it at the Masters that one time I was there, but they didn't do it that time.
Okay.
And they wouldn't have done, so it's just really awesome. They did it the last time I actually saw it was when they did it at Kcon with
Phil?
Brooks and Phil. Yeah. Didn't Brooks get like his leg injured and that's what spiraled him to go to like live?
I'm not sure.
He was already injured, and then he might have gotten run into someone when he was trying to get through the crowd.
Oh God!
If I recall correctly. Again, this was a long time ago. This is like 2021 or something.
Yeah,
right. It wasn't the money for Liv; it was the injury. Yeah,
exactly. Both. Hey, whatever it takes.
No, but
that was. I mean, it was riveting golf. And by the way,
really
I feel bad for Aberg. I mean, I still think he's going to be a all-time great major champion, but. I mean, we've seen that the past 3 weeks, right? We see guys falling off the rails.
Listen, we're learning in these tournaments. You want to peak. You want to go -4 on Sunday, not on Saturday. It's almost like you want to be a little bit behind going into Sunday. You don't want to be in that final group. You know, well, no, but how can you plan on that?
They can't be plus though, and once they go like a little bit plus, they start stressing further and further out. So they're like. Yeah, I need to go -2. If I go -2 and I lose, then okay. I go plus and then I lose. You know.
Well, yeah, you go for broke. You go for broke.
It's like what we talked about the other week, and like Andrew, I'm curious. Like, it's like these guys that are defending leads, they're getting too comfortable, too conservative, and that's leading to mistakes more than the guys. To Kevin, to your point, who are getting hot, going for the kill. In that kind of like survivalist mentality, and that's leading to better golf. But Andrew, you've lived it more than us.
I was just talking to this with Brian. I played a match with him.
That's your caddy, right?
Yeah, my caddy on
saw
YouTube.
That. Yeah,
good video. But on the hole number 11, our second hole, we had this exact conversation because we were talking about the week prior, and literally. The way I described it was like Mario Kart, right? You get a blue shell or a cannon if you're in the back. And like that actually, the blue shell is like Aberg going in the water.
And
like
the game also rigs you to go faster to catch up, right? There's
so like it helps you get there. So like that's a natural part of that game. And I think it exists in golf. And the point Brian made is that the person in second has nothing to lose, right? But the guy in the lead has everything to lose. And when I played my tournament a couple of weeks ago, I thought the same thing on hole 6. I was like, I have nothing to lose here. And I started playing lights out. So like, if you can keep that mindset as a leader, you have a huge chance of winning. And I think that's what they learn when they barely lose.
Yeah. And I think too, by the way, Lowry, his whole family came out or something. I think Aberg was the same thing as Baum was there, I want to say, in the field. But like when all this pressure starts to come on and you got your loved ones with you there and you're defending, one of the hardest courses in the world, mistakes happen, right? I mean, it's devastating for him, but I mean, he'll come back. I mean, watch him win next week, and I'm probably going to pick him at the Masters.
Right. But we've been watching the season pretty closely, and it's like this is a repeating story. I think, right? Yeah, I just think going to sleep with the lead is not that easy, and it's almost a recipe for disaster. You don't want to. It's better. You sleep better when you don't have the lead, and then you go out and you go, let's just play some golf. But if you have the lead, your family's flying in. You're like, oh my, like Smotherman. I mean, this all started with Smotherman, right? Back at the Cognizant, and then the API Lowry, right? And then
Lowry again. We have the players, these added pressures, and then they're all breaking through, right? It's a breaking through moment for their careers in any of these events to win. But look, I'll say this.
Well, that's right. Lowry was catching. He came from behind, actually.
Well, he came from behind, I think, on day 3. No, on day 2 or 3.
He didn't have the lead. He didn't sleep
up 3 strokes. No, but I think what's really interesting. You know who we're not talking about? Scotty Scheffler, right? Like it's kind of fun that we're seeing these like battles play out of like the rising stars.
Well, what about my call?
Scotty's kind of in this driver.
What about my call last week? What about my call last week that this? I was like, this is the time to, I hate to have this conversation, but I was like, this is the time to analyze. Like, are we seeing, the number one in the world starting to fall to, the end of his era? Because that's more common. That's more common to do that. It's more uncommon to be Tiger and be number one for 10 years.
Yeah.
But I still see, like with Scotty, I think he's just everything's off of his drive. It's literally like if he's getting these drives and he's out in the woods and he's still coming away with like a -2, -3. It's like, obviously at the Players, different story. He wasn't there until the final 2 rounds or maybe just the final round, but. If he locks that drive in, think about how much his game can totally change.
Yeah, but isn't that slightly concerning?
It's very concerning, obviously.
No, it's an important club, but I do think he fixes his driver within the next 3 weeks, and then his putter will be on fire because he was just scrambling for weeks.
You be certain he's in the final pairing at Augusta. I mean, the big tournaments, that guy rises to the occasion. No matter if the driver's a little long.
I would love to agree, but I've never seen him so frustrated. I've never seen him so in his head.
I'd love to make a bet. Like if you don't think he's going to win the rest of the season, like I
wouldn't say that. I think he's still got, like Andrew said, a couple weeks. I mean, Masters in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I would say he's not ready to be taken as to win right now. I'd give it another 2-3 weeks until he proves to you that he can hit in the fairway. And right then there, it's like, okay, he's back.
But then he wins that tournament,
but it's like he's not getting his GIRs. He's putting for 50 feet for a birdie. He's never going to birdie that,
Yeah.
All I'm saying is,
I won't be surprised if in this Texas swing, we see a return to home, right?
True.
For sure.
If he plays Valero or Houston, which I think he'll play Valero, right? Because it's tune up.
He's got to play it.
He should play one of those.
I mean, I'm not saying he is, but I feel like he's got it. It's in, he's from there, so.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll just say this: all my picks are public. People can think what they want, but I got a hot hand, and Scheffler might be pulled out for the Masters.
But look, my final point is he had 18 top 10s in a row, and then that has stopped.
Yeah. It's fair. It's fair.
So something's really up. Something's up. It was so predictable, and now it's not.
Just quick. I'm looking at the schedule, dude. After the Masters, we obviously have Harbortown, the Heritage. We have the Miami Championship at Doral, the Blue Monster.
Wow,
yeah, that's a big one. That's a new one. I think
this is really going to bring the season into a heater. And then you got the Truist and the PGA.
It's a great schedule.
We have a great lineup of Sundays coming up.
I know.
Without the NFL.
No, golf is getting good, and I partially give it to the new CEO Rolap too. That he's, he comes from different sports, and he's like, let's make this more fun. Let's.
Yeah, I just think we're hitting all-time highs right now. We're seeing, really all the best in the world, other than maybe 2 players. Anthony Kim. And Bryson, and then maybe John Rahm, but
it was probably
there's a lot more talent on the live, but
it was probably the right year to start the podcast, though. I feel like golf is having a rebirth.
A renaissance.
A renaissance. After the live stuff, it was so confusing and what's going to happen, and now it's kind of getting more clear. This is the best. Let's go.
Yeah, and we don't like to watch golf at random hours in the middle of the night, right? Or we don't like to watch golf on the CW. We want to see it on CBS,
prime
YouTube
time.
TV, prime time.
Exactly.
Maybe Netflix. I'd be fine with that. Any major distributor.
Right.
On the couch on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah. All right. So let's pull up Innisbrook, guys. We remain in Florida. The Valspar Championship. Let's go around. Whoever has the computer up or the text messages up for the picks.
Do you want me to show the screen? Do you want to test that on the pod tonight?
It doesn't. No, it's fine. No one's gonna zoom in that much.
For those watching.
Did you are the picks on there?
I've got the spreadsheet. I've got the spreadsheet up. I just don't have Miller or Kevin Hammonds.
No, but my whole thing is I just don't. My phone is filming me right now, so I don't have access to it. So I'm just going to let someone else go first to make their picks.
Look, so I'm going
to
show our site quick, which should be.
Yeah, you want to do
here.
a shout out to golfingthecosmos.com. On the left is a button for Cosmos Research, and that's where you can find all of the info for all of the tournament, for the upcoming PGA tournament. And we've got some good info there. If you happen to win a bet, buy a hat, buy a t-shirt.
And I'll just add on quick. We have the golf data API hooked up here. We're using AI to generate like storylines as well as predictions. And it's just a great all-in-one spot for how someone did this tournament last time, what are their odds to win, top 5, top 10, strokes gained off tee, approach, around green putting, and then course history, skill fit adjust, probability to win, probability top 10, as well as narratives.
100%. Listen, 100%. We can't shout it out enough. The golfingthecosmos.com, a lot of work's been put into it. So if you are listening, you got to go to that site. If you're on a computer, it's even better. It does work on a phone for the research
we're doing
tab.
Some mobile optimization.
We're working on the optimization for mobile, but definitely go to golfingthecosmos.com. You'll see all of our merch, and then also on the left you'll see Cosmos Theory. You'll see some lesson stuff that Andrew's made. You'll also see the Cosmos Research tab, and that's what we're speaking to. All the information on, if you were one to partake in like placing wagers on golf, then might be information that's helpful to you. So
good research for market makers in today's golf.
Right. So who wants to go first though for their picks? Now we're talking about Valspar.
Andrew, you're on deck. We're gonna let you lead off this time.
Yeah, let's go, bud.
All right. So my pick to win was Koepka. Okay.
I love it.
I did read up on that injury, and he did get hit and had to get knee surgery.
Was that from the tournament or from the PGA? Yeah.
Yes, he complained that it caused him severe pain.
Fact check confirmed.
Wow.
So yeah, Koepka, picking him to win. Should I go through all three?
Yeah, let's
go through all three.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Koepka to win just because I think it's his time to shine, and this is the perfect tournament for him to win. I'm picking Grazerman for top 5, and that's because I think he played really well midway through either the Players or the one before that. And, I think at a tournament like this, someone like that can get up there. And then Spieth for my top 10. Really, I don't see how he should. If he doesn't get top 10, then there's something wrong with him. Jordan Spieth, he's too good to not be top 10 in a tournament like this.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I love the Koepka call. Yeah. He's on my list. I was in the one and done, was considering a start. I think by the way, he top like 12 finished. He didn't deliver on the bet of top 10 last week, but was right on the edge until 18. I think it's a great pick.
Thank you.
But yeah.
And I do like I'm going with Jordan Spieth as well. So I do like the Jordan Spieth pick as the top 10. I think I'm going with him as well. So I agree with you there. I think what you said was good.
Nice.
Yeah, he's just been coming up, and he's playing better. I'm not going to say he's playing Jordan Spieth winning majors golf, but
right.
Showing at the Players is pretty good. I like to see that, and I like to see. I've been watching him. I feel like for the past few weeks he's been around. So.
Yep.
Yeah, the top 10 is like it just, can they do it on Sunday in my mind? Like I was watching pretty closely at the Players on how they get top 10, top 5, and it's like they can't go over par on Sunday. That's the key. Yeah, because they're not going to fall into that top 10. It's kind of a tight list. No, but I like those calls, guys. It's not I don't know about the Spieth one personally, but maybe it is his time,
Yeah, it's not a bad pick.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
I can go next. I got mine up. Yeah. Finally, I found him. So to win, I'm sticking with Bridgman, right? I think he had it at the Players. Remember that this field at the Valspar does not have all the superstars. Schauffele's the favorite, for God's sakes.
Dude, I was trying to take Brian Harmon, and he's not playing this weekend. I feel
that's
like
what I'm saying. Guys like that are creating spaces, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to stick with Bridgman. I just think he should have won last week. I had him, but he didn't. He had some struggles, but I think so. He's my pick to win. For top 5, I'm going with kind of a safety pick, Schauffele. I'm just trying to get my $100 back. I feel like he will be in the mix. He doesn't seem to, he probably could win. This is one of the ones where the favorite might finally win. This is like where the bookies win.
I agree.
Where Schauffele just comes out and just finally does it. Because he doesn't have that much competition, because there is no Cam Young or Aberg, etc. And then my top 10, Patrick Rogers. I really think he's playing well, and so that's those are my picks. Who do you guys like?
Yeah, Connors.
I'm going with Jacob Bridgman, the hot man.
Wow.
He's done well in the final few. Yeah, consensus kind of almost across the board. Jacob Bridgman, he's just been hot. It's just, I don't know. I'm willing to stick with it. He's due again. I think he's going to get multiple wins this year. I'm hoping it's this one. But we do have a good, I was surprised. I thought when I picked Jacob Bridgman, there was going to be like 3 to 4 top named guys there. And all of a sudden, we have a pretty good field, which I'm pretty stoked about.
Yeah, very good field for a.
I wanted to maybe do Fitzpatrick, but I don't know. I think that
reverse hand chipping, you can't stand looking at it.
Yeah, he's better waiting for a little further down the line. And then I'm sticking with Justin Thomas as my top 5, and then Spieth as top 10. Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth are interchangeable in my mind. I think in regards to the top 5 versus top 10. I think you're playing with the same concept on both of them. Both of them did well recently. They've kind of been up there on the leaderboards, and I don't know. I just feel something. I feel like some momentum went through them. I'm not speaking through any like technical terms about how they play. Their past. Jacob Bridgman and Justin Thomas's past performance last year was pretty good, but both of them missed the cut in 2024, I believe.
Interesting.
So, it is what it is. But yeah, those are my 3 picks. I think I'm kind of being lazy on the picks, but I think I just like what I've been seeing from Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth.
Kev, that's probably a good feeling considering you're in last place on the overall rankings, that you should feel different about because it's like maybe those will win.
Apple,
I know, it's just like, but I don't even. It's like these picks that I'm taking right now. I mean, I still I have confidence in them, but that's still just like. I'm using my like watching every golf tournament feel, and I feel like they're on the up and up. But it's like, can they put together 4 rounds? I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Well, but Bridgman, I think he's got it. But if I really wanted to go safe, I'd put Bridgman at like top 10 and switch him around and throw a wild card out for the winner. And
I would
just. Can I take Jacob Bridgman in all 3 picks?
Shit, that's a good question. We never established that.
I was actually thinking about that today.
I know the way
that's not our philosophy.
Pick a different player per field, just to get more options.
Yeah, just to spread our money out better. My 10. I don't think I got my 10 in, but it was Patrick Rogers for the record.
Yeah, we got Patrick Rogers for
it's cute.
Yeah, no, I think the video got cut off though before that.
Yeah,
but Patrick Rogers is my top 10.
Yeah.
But
look, I'm taking Bridgman the one and done, but for the fans and for the betting minds, we're taking Justin Thomas here. He's a lock. He's going to win this week.
Ooh, Miller's the hot hand.
Again. And by the way, I'm the guy who called the Players this year. I also called Bay Hill last year. Okay,
that's true.
Russell Henley, claims to fame in our one and done league, but and it almost paid Shane Lowry too this year. But yeah, Justin Thomas is on a heater. He looked like he had the killer instinct last week. Just was a little too far off pace in the final day. I think this is a week where, I think Kevin, your point that like the books are on it. Like I think like anyone in the top 10 is going to win. I don't think anyone else is going to be close. Maybe one person, Marco Penge kind of comes.
You'll get a rando, Dude, Marco Penge to make the cut pays super well.
By the way, hey, we're gonna take that right now. What are the odds?
Dude, it's like pays like 2.6 or something to 1.
Okay, I'm placing that right now. Okay. But no, so my top 5, we're gonna go from there. Yeah, we're gonna go Jordan Spieth, the Rust King. I mean, I think it's time to turn it on, by the way, right now for these guys. We're going a few weeks, we're at the Masters, then we have the next week is the Heritage, and then we saw Miami Blue Monster. So guys got to turn it off. They want to make FedEx Cup points.
These guys know they're so much better than everyone else, and they're just going, all right, maybe I should start like focusing now. They're like,
yeah. And then here, let me give you the wild card. Top 10, Wyndham Clark. Okay, no one's radar. He has to start turning it on. I think he's kind of had since his LACC Open win, right, which was incredible and sucked that Fowler didn't take that home. But since then, he's kind of just been all over the place from Olympic to Ryder Cup. Now I don't even think he's maybe a guarantee in those slots. I think this is time to turn it on and watch Wyndham Clark make a run. I don't think he wins.
Has he played here before?
Let's pull it up. We got
everything
right
in
here.
the site says NA.
Yeah, I'm guessing he was good for it in the past.
That's why he's playing it. Yeah, he's like, it's time for me to step it up. Yeah.
But now he needs those points.
Also like they're kind of taking an opportunity to get these top 10 finishes and just like gain some confidence. I feel like.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. Others to watch, by the way, I just want to call out Corey Connors. I mean, Andrew, your pick,
definitely.
Brooks Koepka, I think is like, watch out. He could maybe just win this. And then obviously, I think the curveball which we're going to put on that bet is Marco Penge. I think we're going to see a made cut. That's my lock of the week. I don't love these tournaments as much as the high pressure cooker like major or what's the other signature kind of class. But I'm going into Kalshi right now. We're gonna get that Marco
Penge man. Bet. People got to handle snake bite. It's a tough floor to finish.
Yeah, the last 3 holes. Yeah, my lock of the week. I'm going to post a video later on it, but it's Hank Laboida making the cut. Pays about 2.1 to 1, about 2 to 1. And his history has been good. Puerto Rico Open. He's been looking really good of recent. So that's kind of how I look for the value, and I look for recent. Like kind of the people that are missing it. So Hank Laboida, I hit last week on Matty Schmid. He made the cut. So that's gonna be the lock of the week, guys. Is Hank Laboida making the cut? Let's go hammer it. Let's go.
Do we want to show the betting leaderboard and then?
Yeah.
The season. Yeah, like the share screen is not. The share screen's not working, by the way. So you can just announce it. Okay. You can just announce this.
I'm leading the field significantly.
Yes,
that's all you need to know. Yeah. Listen to what I'm saying. I called last week with Cam Young. By the way, with strong confidence. Then
Ludwig top 5 too.
Yeah, I have it right here actually. If we want to hear. So if you bet $100 per bet each week, that's what we do. And then with the odds of those, you're at 5,000 or 4,900 with me.
If you follow Miller's
$600 with Kevin Hammond, you're down 240 with Andrew Hammond. You're down $2,000 with Kevin Connors, and you're up $1,000 with Parbe. So with that, I gotta go. But appreciate y'all having me on, and another great week for the pod.
We'll call it. We'll call it. But yeah, you guys, great chat for the remote session here. It's looking really good. Enjoy the tournament this weekend. Don't forget to get your picks in on the Survivor League. And we'll see you guys soon. Look out for the lock of the week. But gentlemen, it was a pleasure.
As always, thanks for having us, Kevin.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Peace, everyone.